This world, the conditioned souls are afflicted with varieties of deficiencies. Like they have four defects. They are swayed by the three gunas, and their hearts are covered with ignorance of avidya. Therefore, they are subjected to illusion. So they don't have the ability to properly discriminate what is matter, what is spirit, what is beneficial, what is unbeneficial, what is goal of life, what is not goal of life. So because of all these things, the deficient living being, his vision impaired, wanders in this world, suffering in various ways. The Shastras very vividly describe the varieties of sufferings the Jiva undergoes, the Trivida Tap, the fourfold real problems of life, Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi Dukkha Doshan Darshan, the six whips, Shoka, Moha, Kshut, Vipasa, Jara, Mrityu, and the Pavarga, and all these, the different type of struggles that he undergoes in this world. So the Lord has a very merciful glance on the Jiva, because neither does he take his deficiency seriously. At the same time, he feels compassion towards his struggles. Because if somebody is struggling and you see him suffering, so naturally you will feel compassion. And when you feel someone deficient in this world, we may become upset with his deficiency, but Lord doesn't become upset. Rather, Lord ignores or overlooks the deficiencies. And he is willing to see a spark of surrender of any jiva towards him. But there is one thing that can make the jiva lose Lord's mercy, which is when the jiva becomes independent minded. Ye me matamidam nityam anutishtanti manavaha shraddhavanto anasuyanto muchyante te pikarmabihi ye padavyasoyanto nanutishtanti me matam sarvajnana vimudham stan vidyanashtana chetasah. In these two verses, Krishna is telling those who accept his teachings, nityam anutishtanti manavaha, and with great transcendental faith, those who accept his teachings without any envy for him, they very easily get liberated from this world. So one should give up envy or pride or boastful mentality and give up envy for the Lord. At the same time, with great transcendental faith, approach him, surrender to him, beg him for his mercy, beg him for compassion. So in this way, one can very easily attain him and get liberated, he says. And then he says, Ye todabhya suyanto na anutishtanti me matam. Those who do not listen to my good instructions due to envy for me and envy for themselves also. Later on he will say that, later chapters. They turn away from me. He says, Sarva jnana vimudham. He says, they will lose all good intelligence, he says. That means whatever they studied in the scriptures, it will not stick to their head. Rather, it will evaporate from their heads. Because the knowledge they acquired or assimilated will not come to their help. How unfortunate it is. Just like Karna was cursed like that. He learned Mutasanjivani mantra, but that will not come to his help when he needs it the most. So those who have turned away from the Lord independently, taking the ropes of their life in their own hands, for such people he says, Ek tadap visuyanto na anvishtanti me matam sarvajnana vimudamstan vidyanashtan achetasaha. They become un-Krishna conscious and they turn and go away from me. Now somebody may say, why don't you be compassionate to them? He says, they don't partake of my compassion. They take my compassion cheaply. They take it for granted because they have become arrogant and they have become independent minded. They have become foolish. So they will have to learn a lesson a hard way and they may come to me. And this is a repeating theme in Bhagavad Gita in many sections you will find. Therefore you will find at the end Arjuna says, Karishye Vachanam Tava. That means he says that I surrender to you. Then in the same manner, the same Karishye Vachanam Tava, a small component of it you will find Shishyasteham Shadimam Tvam Prapanam. There also Arjuna is surrendering. So you will find prior to that shloka 2.7 in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is totally detached from the war and he does not give even one piece of good advice. To whom? Arjuna. Show me one verse, you will not see that. He will not give any advice and he is mum practically. Whatever Arjuna says, he does. So our super soul also plays a similar role in our heart. He exists as if he doesn't exist. You can't even see him. You can't even perceive him. You even wonder whether he at all exists. That much he can exist in a dormant state. But he will not give access to him very easily. So, and then he gives us apohana, forgetfulness, so that we can enact our own independently made plans in this world. So he keeps himself. So Krishna existed for Arjuna, but Arjuna was weeping, which clearly shows that Arjuna was not connecting with Krishna. If he was connecting with Krishna, why he would be weeping? Krishna is just 2 feet away from him. And absolute to the Ananda Ghan, one who is a Bhandara of Ananda is 2 feet away. But he's still weeping because he disconnected from him. So he was on his own, he was independent. So the result was he became morose and weak. And somebody was asking, why does the Jiva leave the spiritual world? Actually, for me, it is not at all a wonder how the Jiva left the spiritual world, because ISKCON is spiritual world. Here you get nice prasad, you get nice devotee sangha, you get very good books. For intelligence, you have the books. For emotionally connecting as brothers and sisters, you have families. Devotee families, devotees, isn't it? Similarly, you get nice prasad. All people are eating rotten foods outside. All kinds of animal carcass they are eating. And we are eating the freshly made food offered to Krishna, sanctified food. And here there is a high respectability. Even an illiterate is respected like if he takes a danda, he becomes Maharaja, how much is he respected? There are many people in ISKCON who are illiterate. They can't even write one letter in Sanskrit. But when they become Maharaj, even the doctorates bow down to them. So this is a society which does not attach any importance to your academic qualifications. Rather, only devotion in your heart is appreciated. And there are so many temples with beautiful deities, with beautiful utsavams celebrated. The spiritual world has descended in this world in the form of ISKCON. But don't people leave ISKCON and go? Isn't it? So that, therefore you will see that I have no wonder. After I have seen people leaving ISKCON, I became convinced of the philosophy that we came from spiritual world. There only there. So some people, in order to not pursue the argument with other people, will say that no, we never came from spiritual world, we never had experience of Krishna. I can show you letters of Prabhupada where Prabhupada was asked the same question. Did the Jiva had a face-to-face meeting with Krishna before? Prabhupada says, yes, he was. He was actually with Krishna, experiencing, exchanging love. I can show you letters of Prabhupada. Prabhupada says that. After that only he has left. I have made a 4 page collection of Prabhupada quotes from letters and purports. Prabhupada says that we were with Krishna, we were exchanging love with him. We were in one of the 5 rasas and we have left him and come. Prabhupada says that very clearly. There is no ambiguity. If somebody tells you otherwise, they are actually not sticking to Prabhupada. In fact, they don't want to get into the heat argument of, then why did we leave and all that. Therefore they say, okay, we didn't come from there, first we practice now. That's what they say. So, we can, just as people leave ISKCON and go, people have left spiritual world and come here. When the Jiva becomes independent, he takes the ropes of his own life in his hand, then he is gone. Imagine if Arjuna tells Krishna, I get down. He takes the ropes of the horses, now you go back. I manage the war myself. What will Krishna do? He will leave. He will leave. That he has done with many people. See, Karna was given an invitation by Krishna. Did he accept? And Krishna left him. Because Krishna gave him choice. Correct, no? And Karna did not take advantage of the choice. So he left him. Now somebody may say, is it not cruel to leave him? No, Krishna respects the free will of the living entity. So he respects. And he is such a great personality that although Jiva has a minute free will, he respects it very much. So this is one thing that all of us as devotees have to be very careful in the path of spiritual life. One has to cling on to the Krishna's movement and Krishna's devotee shelter. One shouldn't think that by my skills, by my intelligence, by my talents, I will make my own followers and I will flourish in this world. The world is a big world. Why should I bother about this tiny thoughts, these devotees? That means you have lost respect for the devotees, you have lost respect for Krishna, you have lost respect for Krishna's movement. Actually, there is a Shakti in the Sangha. Worldwide, there are millions of devotees together under the banner of ISKCON, which was started by Srila Prabhupada, pure devotee. Simply by staying in the Sangha, we get Shakti. But if somebody becomes aloof from this and thinks that I am very skilled, I am very talented, and I have a ability to gather people, I can put up something on my own. In my own personal life, I have seen 3 to 4 people like that who are initiated devotees, who are inside ISKCON and then they left and went. I saw that. After seeing them, I only felt pity for them. That these people have been foolish. They made a wrong decision of turning away from the society. Some have left ISKCON. Some are saying they are ISKCON, but they are on their own. They are on their own. They are not under any authority. Actually, going away doesn't mean geographically you have to leave and go to a far place and say that I have gone away. Somebody may not follow any authority. He may follow the most famous authority, 4-letter authority. He may follow only his own mind. Manoratena. So, therefore, one thing we can learn from Krishna is the very first offense against the holy name teaches us that one should not see the deficiencies in the 25 qualities in a devotee. There may be deficiency in the 25 qualities, but there's one quality, 26th quality, which makes the devotee very special. What is it? Krishna. If that one quality is there, rest 25 qualities, if it is deficient in a devotee, one should not point fingers. By not pointing fingers, in lack of those 25 qualities, then you can avoid offenses to devotee very easily. Another aspect of watching a devotee is, we should know that devotees are struggling in this world to keep themselves pure, keep themselves in the association, and they are also struggling against the inner and outer forces. So seeing that, we should feel sympathy for them, like Lord Krishna feels compassion for them. So feeling compassion for their struggles and overlooking their deficiency, we can very easily respect all the devotees. So I was in one of the temples recently. I was reading the Hindi translation, is so beautiful. He says, तृण से भी खुद को नीच मानकर, पेड़ से भी सहिष्णु होकर, सर्वथा मिथ्या अभिमान से शून्य रहकर, सब जीवों को आदर सम्मान देते हुए जो नाम जपता है वो सदा निरंतर नित्य कृष्ण का नाम जप कर सकता है. Hindi so sweet, isn't it? More than English. You cannot say that Hindi can really touch the heart actually. Sarvata mithya abhiman se shunya rahkar. So in this way we have to be greatly tolerant, like a tree, and humble like a blade of grass, and respect all living entities for the Krishna consciousness. Don't see the other things, and always free from desire for false prestige. Anybody who follows these 4 principles, he will always be situated on a liberated platform. He will never be victimized by the heavy weight of burdensome dambha, the false pride or independent mentality. So these kind of things are very heavy things which saps the enthusiasm of the living entity in performing the devotional activities very blissfully. So one has to keep away from those tendencies. So every day is an opportunity for us to commit ourselves again to Krishna. That Krishna, one more day you have given me. Now I give my head to you. I give my body, mind, and words to you. And Prabhupada, the pure devotee, started this movement. My body, mind, words are for this moment. So every day we have to commit, and every day we have to engage the body, mind, and words in service to Sri Prabhupada mission. And we have to go on, then again one more day. If somebody can stick on like this, faithfully handing over one's ropes of one's life to Krishna and the Guru Parampara, they are the ones who are going to succeed. If you take the ropes of your life in your own hand, you are gone. Gone means what? We will take many lifetimes to come back, and we don't know how far we will go. We don't know. People like, once they were warning that you are going in the ocean. Ocean is a very heavy current. One should not And then especially they asked how many of you know swimming. Those who raised their hand, they were given double one. Because you are too confident, overconfident, isn't it? That you know it. But some people, despite being told they didn't listen, they went, too much ahead of the ocean. The waves were too big. They were not waves, they were tides. And they were swept away. God knows they never came back. They got drowned in the vast ocean. So the samsara is also like a vast ocean. And nobody should think I am a great swimmer. Those fellows who became proud of their skills, I am a great swimmer, I am a great winner, I am a great hero, I am very charismatic. And they all became non-entities. Their names are written like in history, old history. You don't see that place now. In ISKCON. You don't see that. Therefore, those who are Maharajas and Gurus who are still going on and on, I have a deep respect for them. Those who have stayed 45 years, 50 years, they are still, they are really another Krishna, otherwise they can't be. They are going on, and whether their contribution is small or big, they are sticking on, not leaving the lotus feet of Prabhupada. So we have to learn from their example. Just stick on with Prabhupada's mission, be peaceful, don't jump like a monkey, as if the whole world is behind you. So stick on to the path, raise the great souls. Mahajano Yena. And we will truly win. The true winning should be seen at the time of death. Everyone has lived one's life. You see, Prabhupada glorified Gandhi as a saint amongst politicians. All his life he carried Bhagavad Gita. Always in all the political meetings, the beginning and end he had Hari Kirtan. At least that one good habit, I don't know who taught him. He learned that good habit. Begin with Ram Kirtan, end with Ram Kirtan. Because of this one good habit, despite being stupid in dirty politics, trying to sort out the mess of India, at the time of death when you are shot, when that, hey Ram, he said, definitely the assured of a human body in a devotee family. Correct, no? It's called the name of Ram. Why, how he could call? Because it was observed in it all the time. So, all of us, we are getting much more opportunity in this con. We have to meddle with political mess and do nothing. We can just stand, dance, take prasad and propagate Krishna consciousness. And one should be grateful to this association we are receiving in this wonderful society, which is like a big ship that Prabhupada has given. If one is not grateful, one starts becoming too much I-me mind-centered. I am a great person. I have many followers. People salute me, people respect me, people adore me. I have many skills. I will start my own movement. So those guys are all, they are like the shooting star. You know shooting star? Just falls down. Finish. It cannot exist in the sky. On the other hand, we have to be like Dhruva star. So Dhruva, not only Dhruva is up in the sky, it is shining, it never blinks also. Completely it's glowing, continuously glowing. So those who are like Dhruva in our movement, I have a deep respect for them, as I told you. Because they have stayed for so long, faithfully, and they are continuing to be faithful. Even now, thanks to Sri Prabhupada for producing so many moon-like disciples who are continuing like that and setting a very powerful example. Yesterday we were there in His Holiness Dhiraj Maharaj's book launch. One devotee was telling, last 45 years he has served in Juhu. And with the same enthusiasm with which he has been serving, he is still smiling very joyfully in Krishna consciousness with full remembrance of Prabhupada, writing all these pastimes of Prabhupada, and remembering in full memory how much memory you need to write such a bulky book. What happened 50 years ago? We may not remember what happened 2 years ago. Remembering what happened 50 years ago with all fine details of life member names and what Prabhupada said, did. See, when I saw this, I remembered this. Ayat Chandam Yamani, Bhavantiha Paratracha, like that Sandipani Muni gave blessing to Krishna and Sudama. And Dhiraj Maharaj has got the same blessing from Prabhupada. Correct. Now, that's how he remembered, isn't it? Every detail he is remembering and penning it down. For all time to come, the world can read it. And Punna took the phone, mic and said, whatever life number details are given, I can vouch for it because Maharaj asked me details. And I got from those families, and I have the records from the stamps in the registers and all, and I can vouch for it because so much precise details are mentioned. Nobody can raise any objection that something is wrongly mentioned. So it's such precision, like a law book they have presented it. So And therefore, we should take inspiration from those who are great souls. And if we leave the society and go out of it or become independent ourselves, then afterwards we lose the mercy and shelter of such wonderful Sangha of the society of devotees. So therefore, despite all struggles, trials, interpersonal clashes, inner enemies, outer enemies, those who stay on, they are the most glorious. Those who stay on till the end, they don't run away. So there is one song called as, when this doesn't favor, that doesn't favor, don't quit. When this doesn't happen, that doesn't happen, don't quit. Like that there is one song. Go on. So it's like a don't quit song. In companies they put up many places. Because they are afraid people will leave. But actually it should be put in ISKCON actually, because ISKCON is the spiritual world. You can leave any company and go, but don't leave spiritual world. So then one can be patient. Therefore, Utsaha Nishya Harinam Prabhu Ki. Let's offer our humble obeisances unto all the devotees of the Lord who are just like the devotion of mercy, full of compassion for the fallen conditioned souls.